Many of Albuquerque's trees are getting old, and in the past few years, they've also been hammered by drought and by one especially violent storm. Because of all that, the city's new forester says a lot of them are in such bad shape they could fall on something or someone. News 13's Tina Jensen is live tonight at Kit Carson Park with a look at the plan to head that off. Tina?
Dick, the city owns more than 20,000 of these trees, and for years there was no city forester to manage them. Now that they've hired someone, the trees will have to be triaged.
This tree is a good example of one that will be slated for replacement sooner than later.
For more than 3 years, a 10-person city forestry crew ran around dealing with 20,000 city-owned trees without a city forester. The new city forester says with the position vacant for so long, the city couldn't see the urban forest from the trees. The forest being a bunch of trees in parks and medians planted decades ago, now at risk of toppling.
To the degree that we are taking good care of the trees we have and taking them out before they're in serious decline and replacing them with new trees, when a big storm does come through, we'll have less damage.
We saw it in last summer's July storm. Hurricane conditions toppled hundreds of aging cottonwoods, trees that still haven't been replaced.
That was an event that knocked down a lot of trees at one time and kind of caught our attention, but in reality that need to replace old and declining trees is an ongoing thing.
He says his first order of business is to figure out which ones are in the worst shape and deal with them first. A tree that topples on its own could mean a lawsuit for the city or worse.
I think more than a legal liability, though, I think the real issue is there actual potential for harm? Regardless of whether somebody sues over it or not, we don't want people getting hurt.
Triaging the trees, a tall order for a small staff. Parks and Rec says the city forester position was vacant for 3 years because they had a hard time finding a qualified candidate. Veer says he may start recruiting volunteers to help inventory Albuquerque's trees. Back to you.
Thank you, Tina. If you would like to plant some trees on your property, Parks and Rec will give out free seedlings this Saturday at 3 parks. Jerry Klein, Alamosa, and Tingley from 9 in the morning until 11. We have the details at krqe.com. Just go there and click on KRQE links.